Yeah, what it is, there's a lot of my YouTubes, yeah, are not being monetized, and so and there's some that have been took off by YouTube, so I'm going to go through them again, and the ones I want to put up, I'm going to put up, yeah. And I won't be swearing. Some of them are really bad. I mean, some of them over the top. Well, first started YouTube, and didn't realise what an idiot I sounded, swearing like a lunatic too much. Yeah. Anyway, I first when I was about 16, got a job in the fruit market. Might be 15 or 16, and I was talking about some people called Johnny Wells, Bobby Collins, and a few other people that I met. Yeah. And we met down in clubs, boat house, other bits and pieces, and a white eye accent. And John said, "Well, why don't you try and get a job in the fruit market? Because I know Johnny Wells is getting good money, yeah." So I said, "All right, John." He said, "Come and give me a hand on Phillips's." So I went in at night, give him a hand. It was going around, unloading and doing this, unloading the lorries and bits and pieces, as night porters do, yeah. So we all saying, "Right, we'll get some bushels, and we're going to load up stuff for our greengrocer to buy. I owe him a few bob, mate. I'll give him a few bob out of it, mate." So I started to milk all the boxes, milk the bananas, tomatoes, grapes, everything. Every bit of fruit that was in there was the milk, yeah? And we used to go in the market sometimes and they get a box and put our hands in the box and take a load of stuff out, other stuff, yeah? And send it to the greengrocers. So I was getting good money, yeah? So he said to me, "John, why don't you try and get a job?" You know, I said, "It's not that easy, is it?" So I went and see the top union man. He didn't really like me, mate. I said, "Any jobs going?" He went, "Nah, no jobs. No jobs." Then I see another one of the union men. He went, "Oi, come here." He said, "Your name, mate?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You want a job?" I went, "Yeah, yes, boss, I do." He said, "Right, come in." He drove me over to a gaff called Northsides, but it was owned by Hayes. Hayes was a big company. And anyway, John Hayes was there. He was in Northside, so I walked in there. He said, the union boss said, this is going to be a new night port." He went, yeah. So John Hayes was talking to me. He said, "Well," he said, "Okay." He said, "Have you ever done anything like this before?" I said, "Yeah, I work, listen, I'm a grafter, I work hard, yeah. I've been giving my mate a hand at night time for a couple of weeks. I know the score, I know how to stack up, I know how to, when the lorries come in, I know how to do all the stacks and everything, because there's certain stacks you do for certain things, yeah." He went, "Okay, give it a try." So I come over about, what, 11:30, quarter to 12, yeah? And there was so much stuff packed outside the store, loads of it, potatoes, apples, oranges, all big boxes, all big sacks. I went, "Fucking hell." So I got to put all these into the stand, yeah? So as I got a key, I'm going to do the lock. A geezer come out behind me, pulled me by my shoulder. I put my hands up, and he went, "Hold up, hold up." He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Look, I've got the job, I'm the night porter." He went, "Okay." He said, "My name's Cracknel I, I work here. Me, Mickey and all work here. And listen, what I want to tell you, make sure that you keep it clean. You get everything what's outside, inside, yeah? And when in the morning you stack things up in the greengrocer to see, don't put too much out. Right, so because we got to put it all back. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?" And this geezer's a right aggressive geezer, I swear. But you could have a right fight, got him. I went, "All right, mate." He went anyway. Stacked down all my stacks. How am I supposed to do the stacks? The fives, the threes, the two, all the stacked it all properly, yeah. And so when the one of the stand men, not the stand man, the manager come in, the people that sell the stuff, yeah. He's come in and went, "Oh," so I put all the stuff outside, yeah, like showed it all off, really nice, yeah. So he come out and he said, "Well done, you." And John Hayes, the governor, come over later, and he come over and he said to me, he said, "You know what?" He said, "That's really good what you done there. Don't, keep it as it is. That's really good. If you've got any other ideas like that, do it, yeah? Because we want to sell our stuff, yeah?" I went, "All right, boss." And he said, "Look, I look after you. You look after us, I look after you." This is the Governor Hayes. So, okay. All of a sudden, Cracknel's come in. "What the fuck's all this?" I told you not to put all this stuff outside because we've got to put it back in. I said, look, I said, you know, this is my job, Colin, you know what I mean? I don't want to lose my job. He said, lose the job, you lose the team, you don't do it properly. I thought, here we go. I wasn't frightened of him, you know what I mean? But I knew he was going to have a right fight. Money, kid. Went okay, mate. So the top salesman come over to me. He said, look, John Hayes has just told me, you know, this, that, and the other. Do the same. If you've got any other ideas, do that. I went, okay, boss. So I thought, how can I get? I've got to get in Cracknel's good books, you know. So I walked over to Colin and I said, hello, mate. I said, look, sorry about the way what I've done. Anything I can I give you a hand? Because I don't want you going home. I'm only going to go home. He went, yeah, come with me. He said, look, stack up lorries. I'll show you, you know how to stack up. I said, yeah. So do all the tomatoes properly and stack them all up nice. So he started giving me jobs to stack up the lorries and all that. So he'd give me 40, 50 quid a week. I was happy with that, mate. You know what I mean? On some of my wages. And all of a sudden he came to me one day, look, let me take you to a lock-up. It's me and Mickey Norm. Mickey Norm, nice geezer, yeah. Weren't like Colin. He loved me, Mick. Scar down his face, but he loved me, yeah. So he come over, he said, look, don't take notice of him, he's a bit nutty, yeah. But Colin's got the key to the lock-up, took me over to the lock-up. He said, anything you get, put in the lock-up, yeah, and I'll buy it off you. I went, okay, sweet, took the key. I went, oh, fucking hell. I walked over to John, because my mate John's a night porter, I'm a night porter. I said, John, I went, Cracknel's got hold of me, he said, anything you need, put in the lock-up. He said, we got our own thing, mate. We got our own thing, mate. Come on, mate. He said, I'm giving you good money. I don't know, but you know how Colin is, I've got to do it anyway. So I started nicking things and putting them in the lockup. Colin loved it. But he used to always have a go at me about the stuff outside the front, right? But because the business was good, it was going really well, it didn't go that much at me because I would stay there till late and give him an out and put it back in. And then the big lorries started coming in with the apples, the peaches, all these satsumans, all this big stuff, you know, started coming in big lorries from Holland and all that. Started coming in flowers, everything, and then parking on Strawberry Road. You've got names: Strawberry Road 1, 2, up to 6, block 1, block, all these different names, you know. And anyway, dirt track and all that, you know, old hill stalls and all. So anyway, so all the lorries are parked up. So Johnny Wall said to me, I'm doing nights with him. He said, wait, we got to get in there, mate. He said, let's start nicking stuff. I said, yeah, the fucking night port, the night security's walking about. He said, listen, there's one there, he's as good as gold. But there's a Scots one that comes on, don't trust him. He hides and he'll grass you up and you're nicked, right? He said, when he's on, we've got to leave it alone, you know what I mean? Or get someone on him and, you know, keep an eye on him. And anyway, so it's best not to do it when he's on. So anyway, this other guy with glasses, nice fella. So I got talking to him. Johnny, Bobby, good talkers, starting to giving him boxes of this, a box of that, you know, stuff. And, you know, buy him a bottle of scotch, bottle of vodka, some fags, good as gold. So Johnny's got him, Johnny Wills has got him, listen mate, look, you ain't seen anything, have you? He went, no, go on John, I ain't seen nothing. He said, but be careful, don't go too mad, you know, go on, brush. Anyway, what we should do, go to the back of the motor, like, the green road, the driver would be in the cab, right, and he'd more likely be asleep in a mud bed. But they had alarms in the cab when the door sometimes goes, yeah? So sometimes they click the door and the alarm wouldn't go, whether they forget or whatever, they, you know, turn the light, I don't know, so sometimes they forget. And we get in there, start unloading peaches and satsumans and all apples and stuff and on the barrow. Never use the lister, because the lister makes too much noise. The lister makes too much noise, so we should do one barrow. One barrow would earn me and Johnny Wills £100 each. So we're happy with that, you know what I mean? You got 2 or 3 nights of that, you're getting good money. Do you know what? In that food market, mate, it was the best job that I ever had in my life. Good money, everything was just good about it, you know. Everything was fantastic, you know. And then Colin Cracknel, one day, I see him fighting in the market. He was always fighting on the cobbles, yeah. And to fight on the cobbles, you've got to be a bit in the mark. Don't know about that, mate. When people go over cobble fighting, listen, the old fruit market, mate, the old porters and cobbles fighters, they could have a right fight. So Colin's gone up to me, he said, you know, I've been told that you can have a fight. I said, nah, you know, I train. He said, where'd you fight then? I said, no, London Transport. George Whelan is my trainer. He said, I know George very well. Good pro, George, and his brother. He went, he went, you know, what, show me a little bit. I said, what do you mean? He said, put my hands up. He went, look, I'll tell you what I do, right? He said, tomorrow, he said, what we do, me and you, we get on the old cobbles. He said, I've got a couple of pairs of gloves. He said, we'll crack on. So, all right, lovely. Comes in the next day, he said, do you know what? I forgot the two pair of gloves. I only got one pair. And they're bag gloves, Ray. He said, I'll tell you what we do. I'll have one bag glove on. You have one bag glove on. Whatever hand you want it on, yeah? Like before, I said, well, I'll take the right hand. He was a southpaw, so his left hand was the one to knock his block out with, you know what I mean? Anyway, we used to do 2 rounds, 3 rounds a day, me and Colin. And he used to smash me to pieces, literally, yeah? All cut my eyes, my face, but hit around the body, bust me up, yeah? But taught me a lot, Colin, how to fight on the cobbles, yeah? And then he was getting me more involved in more fighting and these and everything, yeah? But he taught me a lot. And one day, I was in a fruit market, and a guy called Jimmy Wilkinson, big guy, involved with a Wembley lot, yeah? A big, powerful man, mate, dangerous man. You don't muck about with Jim. He was dangerous, mate, and he walks about with confidence, you know what I mean? Him and his dad, Joker, I think his dad's name, big man, glasses. And Jim Wilkinson knew all the greengrocers, all the Munros, you know, Puddles, Patsy Puddles, he knew them all, yeah? Proper people. Wilkinson was a right handful. And one day, Wilkinson and Cracknel, because Cracknel was one of the governors in the fruit market, without a shadow of doubt, this side of the market. The other side, Colin used to have loggerheads with all the porters the other side. The other side, you had the Welleses, the Welleses, some of the Collinses, you had Ginger Carlisle, you had a lot of people, my old co-defendant, you know, you had loads in there that could really have a fight, and also people that worked on the stands. Someone said to me on a thing I've already looked at, do you remember Joe on Vitalcrest? Of course I remember Joe. Blonde Joe, big guy, bodybuilder. Yeah, I remember him all the time. He said, yeah, because he got Joe, he nicked all a load of tomatoes off of Joe. Joe must have really written a thing for him, he nicked a lot more. Yeah, of course I know Joe, you know what I mean? I know Joe, big man Joe. Anyway, him and Wilkinson had a fight. Colin Cracknell can have a right fight, yeah. Jimmy wasn't really a boxer. Jimmy's more of a dirty man. He'd blow your head off, mate. You know, you got to argue with Jimmy, and he would come back and do you. You know, he was involved at Wembley lot. Bertie Smalls was a Supergrass, Brian Turner's, and all them, Mickey Green, and all them sort of people involved with that little firm, yeah. So him and Cracknell's had a fight, and evidently Cracknell's bashed him up. He went away, Jimmy, come back. Jumped off the back of the lorry onto Cracknell and bit his ear off, yeah. And then Colin was on the floor and he battered him. But I don't know what happened in the end. But you know, Jimmy was a old man. Me and Jimmy never ever see eye to eye because more likely because of work with Colin Cracknell. I was always fighting with Colin Cracknell, and Jimmy used to see it out in the cobbles, toe to toe. It's when you think about it, it was proper cobbles, mate, you know. Let me do a little bit more and I'll turn it off and do a little bit later, yeah. But we used to fight on the cobbles, mate. It was proper. When you sometimes see these films and people are fighting, it was like that, you know. And I always get smashed to pieces, as I said, but I learned all the time. I used to fight loads of greengrocers. I've had more fights with greengrocers in the fruit market as a young kid than I should be any of them, you know what I mean? I was always fighting. I loved it. I learned a lot. I used to love going to the hill store in the morning and having my jelly deals, my bit of bread, salt, a bit of pepper, and my old vinegar, yeah? And I used to have it every morning, maybe 2 bowls, and then go to work. And every morning, mate, that would be it. And we used to have a coffee place inside called Elsted's, yeah? I think it was called Elsted's, yeah. And they used to do all the coffees and the big rolls and sandwiches, big breakfasts. But we used to go across the road to the Italian shop, to a cafe across the road, Mario's. Go in there a lot. Colin Cracknel always fancied a bird in there, touching him up with Mario's wife. Oh, he didn't care, Colin. He was murder, mate, you know what I mean? And loads of greengrocers used to go in the other one else did, yeah. But all the people that I met and my Cody friend, you know, they was in that one, inside, you know. And they was like inside loads of greengrocers, proper fight, all the fight. Come on, you got puddles, pussy puddles, and the motor. There's big fighters, mate, in here. And you know, sometimes when I used to go across the other one, I used to go around to that one. The Elsted's going there. Johnny Wills would be in there. All my mates would be in there. You know, have a laugh. And Johnny Wills, he's so funny, mate. He's dead now, rest in peace, yeah. But he was so funny, and Bobby Collins, they used to get peppers, chilies, yeah? What was the name of them? He used to get these proper ones. Anyway, there was these peppers, yeah? They was boiling hot. They was burn your mouth to death, mate. Got it on your fingers. Why, you couldn't, if you would have wee in it, I'd burn it to death. Anyway, so he's got these things, and he's split them off in half, and he's and he's gone up to the counter, asked him to get something. He's done about 5 cups around the sides with his peppers, yeah, and they're really boiling hot. It's unbelievable things, huh? All of a sudden, greengrocer get the tea and they're sitting down. And, oh, fucking hell! You see, it's we laughing, yeah, and it caused so much problems. Me and Johnny Wills, we're lucky we never got killed by these greengrocers, you know what I mean? Because you've got to remember, they all got sons and all that, and they grow up, you know. But we used to have good times, you know, and we used to pick up motors, yeah? We used to pick the back of motors up and put apple boxes under them, wooden apple boxes and all that, you know, and put them under, and the greengrocers go mad, but they couldn't get them off, yeah? And we used to come along and go, what's up, mate? You go, look, fucking someone's done that. Guess Anne, well, guess a couple of bob then. Guess 5 bob or something, 5 shillings. We'll do it with you. All right, quick, we'll pick it up. We was doing money. But the fruit market, everybody in the fruit market would earn money, you know. And I had a fight with this geezer, John, Big John, yeah. He was a big geezer, about 6'6", 6'7", long arms, good looking guy, you know, always mucking about, shaping about at Cracknel and Terry Woods, always shaping up, yeah. And one day he was shaping up to me, you know, and he hit me on the chin. He used to see me and Connie fight all the time, you know. He hit me on the chin and said, John, don't do that, mate, you know, take liberties, you know what I mean? He went, what? He said, shut up, boy, and he slapped me on the face like a little kid. I went, okay, fair enough. As he turned around and crashed, as he turned around, I hit one of the back, a little bang, like that on the back. He went over, John. He was on the floor for about, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, jumped up. And fair play to Colin. Big John came over to me, he went, right. He said, right, you want to fight? And Cracknel went, no, I want to fight. So Colin stood up with me. Colin said, no, he don't want to fight. I want to fight. But John and Cracknel were mates. But John knew that Colin would kill him, you know what I mean? So John went, oh, fair play. He went, sorry, Ray. I went, all right, John. And me and John became white pals. Really good white pals. Anyway, that's the first part of my little story about the market. I'm going to tell another little bit later. Because the fruit market, I've got some good stories, mate. And stories I haven't really told you. You know, and this one's goes on a bit. It goes on for another couple of hours, you know, about the fruit market, what we should do, how we used to feed, fight shell in there, police in there. Let me tell you later on, yeah? Nice one, bang, bang.